talking about a home. Talking about me and you. Things we'll do. I said a home. Talking about a home. Not talking about a one-night stand. I wanna be your man. I said a home.
From the people who bring you Charleston Home and Design Magazine, the Charleston Home and Design Show, the Custom Home and Remodel Show, and Charleston's online home show, newhomecharleston.com, this is Talking About a Home. Talking About a Home is a home show on the radio, featuring interviews with local experts, home tips, trends, and ideas you need to know to make your home better. I'm Michael Blaze with 5 Star Real Estate, and this is Talking About a Home.
Good afternoon. I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and I want to thank you for listening to Talking About a home show on the radio. In addition to our radio show Talking About a Home, we also publish Charleston Home and Design Magazine, winner of the American Society of Interior Designers Excellence in Design Media Award, and also the American Institute of Architects Charleston Chapter's Honor Award for Journalism. You may also be familiar with the 3 custom home shows we organize: the Charleston Home and Design Show, which takes place every January, Charleston's only open-air home show, which takes place every April at Family Circle Stadium on Daniel Island, and also the Custom Home and Remodel Show and Hurricane Expo, which is coming up August 16th through the 18th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. Well, today we've got a great show lined up for you. Today's radio show is coming to you from Melser Tile, and Melser Tile is one of the sponsors of the Custom Home and Remodel Show, and over the next few weeks we'll be visiting some of the other sponsor locations, sponsors of the Custom Home and Remodel Show, and today we're going to be talking with Jay Rawton with Melser Tile, also Trudy Mercy Brown, an interior designer with Blue Copper Interiors, Ross Settle with Coastal Turf, Steve Smith with William Smith Fireplace and Home Accents, and also Dean Kelly with Carpetbaggers Floor Covering. And also I do want to talk a little bit about the Custom Home and Remodel Show and Hurricane Expo. I mentioned coming up August 16th through the 18th. We are almost sold out. We've hit our sales goals, and we've got a few extra spaces. So if you do own a high-end home-related company, give us a call at Charleston Home and Design Magazine if you're interested in perhaps displaying at the Custom Home and Remodel Show. That number is 843-577-7652. That's 843-577-7652. Well, we hope you have a great weekend and enjoy today's show. I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and I want to thank you for listening to Talking About a home show on the radio. Today's radio show is coming to you from Melser Tile, located at 4965 Dorchester Road in North Charleston. And now we're talking to the president of Melser Tile, Jay Rawton. How you doing, Jay?
You're doing great, Tim. Good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for hosting today's radio show.
Absolutely.
Jay, you folks just had a celebration here at your location a few weeks ago, celebrating Melser Tile's 45th anniversary. Talk about that a little bit.
That is correct. It's we're very proud to have been servicing the Low Country for 45 years, and we had a big party over here, about 250 people, vendors, customers, and whatnot, and it was really a big celebration, and we're so appreciative to the folks of the Low Country for supporting our business for so long.
45 years. Congratulations on that. And there were the Charleston Home and Design Magazine staff was here, and there was a huge crowd here in your warehouse, and everybody seemed very, very appreciative of Melser Tile, and everyone was here to celebrate the fact that Melser Tile's been around for 45 years. What's Melser Tile's secret of success?
I don't know if it's just one secret, Tim. I think the biggest thing is we try to treat each person individually or each job individually. If we're dealing with an installer and he's having a tough time on a job, we try to live through that with him. If a customer's having a tough time on an installation in their home, we try to help them as much as we can with that. And I think it's I think it's just building relationships rather than just looking at numbers and the bottom line. That's really been the secret.
Melser, this is the location where we're at right now, which, by the way, is still South Carolina's largest tile showroom. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Good deal. This is not 4965 Dorchester Road is not the original location of Melser Tile. That was down the street. Is that right?
Well, we've actually moved 4 times since then. We started over on Meeting Street, and then we had 2 different locations over on Oscar Johnson Drive, and then moved into this location in 2000.
Gotcha.
So-
And the showroom here at 4965 Dorchester Road has changed over the years, correct?
Yeah, it's constantly changing because of the products that we sell and the vast array of products. And a lot of the product is made in the U.S., but a lot of it's also made overseas, and so things get discontinued. So we're never fully finished remodeling because once we get through with one thing, then we've got some other floors, and it's a huge task to keep up with that. But we keep trying and trying to show the newest and greatest things that are out there in the marketplace.
Gotcha. At the 45th anniversary celebration, your parents were present.
That's
and
right.
Your parents started Melser Tile, and when did you start getting your feet wet in the tile business?
They started the business in 1968, and of course, as a kid, I worked here the whole time in the warehouse growing up, and then. When I graduated from college in 1989, I graduated on May the 7th and came to work on May the 8th. So I've been here ever since. So 24 years plus.
And they must be very proud of what you've done with Melser Tile, how you've kind of taken it from the reins from them and run with it.
Well, I think, a lot of the pieces were in place, and, we've just kind of steered the ship in the direction they had it headed. So.
Gotcha. And back to your showroom again. Why are the displays always changing here at Melser Tile?
Well, we want to keep up with what the trends are in the marketplace, and we also have to keep up. We have such a wide array of vendors that they discontinue things on a somewhat regular basis. So for those 2 reasons, and one just as much as the other, really, we really want to be able to show customers exactly what their floor or wall or whatever installation it is going to look like. And just the nature of our product has changed over the years. It used to be, you could imagine what a white 4x4 tile looked like. Now a lot of stuff is stone or stone and glass mixtures, where pieces, even when it's a tile, are really different from piece to piece. So you have to see that installed. It's very difficult to sell a lot of products off of one piece anymore the way we used to be able to.
There are so many, almost infinite possibilities when it comes to tile in your home. How do your designers here at Melser Tile help homeowners?
I think the main thing that we try to get them to do is to listen and find out what the homeowner's goals are. Some homeowners are only using tile because their builder told them they had to use it. Other folks may really want to make a statement with their tiles. So what we really try to do is really listen more than we talk in the beginning, and find out what your goals are, and then do our best to try to help you get there.
And do the designers here at Melser Tile can if a homeowner comes in and they need tile for a backsplash, and then they're looking for tile in their bathroom, if the homeowner brings in product samples, maybe their cabinet, a sample of their cabinetry or their countertops, the natural stone countertops, can the designers here at Melser Tile kind of help guide them to make sure that everything pulls together?
Absolutely. We can take you from start to finish, and that's what we try to recommend to folks, sort of the ABCs of selecting tile, to bring in the products that are going to be your more permanent products, like your cabinets, like your countertop, and then we can take it from there, and we can take it from any, really basic all the way to extraordinary. Anything that you'd like to do, we can certainly help you get there. And we can also work with folks at any level of budget that they need.
And so the designers here at Melser Tile, they do a lot of hand holding then for the homeowners.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of walking around, showing folks, the different displays that we have up and trying to get a feel for, do they want traditional, do they want contemporary, what have you, and then to sort of rule out portions of the showroom because there's a lot of material in this showroom and it can be overwhelming. But that's what we try to do is walk you through that entire process and make it a little more simple.
What kinds of trends are you seeing with tile these days?
One of the big things for us now are the wood looks. And wood looks originally came out 15 or 18 years ago, and they were very basic and really didn't take off. But over the last 2 or 3 years, a lot of the manufacturers, both foreign and domestic, have come out with a lot of pretty incredible wood looks. And the advantage is that you're getting a porcelain tile that you have basically zero maintenance besides sweeping and mopping it, but it looks like hardwoods. So you basically get the wood without any of the sanding and resealing and those types of things. It doesn't scratch the way a hardwood will. And nowadays, 4 or 5 years ago, there were 3 or 4 choices. Nowadays, there are tons of choices, and everything, like I said before, from traditional to very modern, temporary, those types of things. And so that's one of the big things we're seeing. We're also seeing a lot of the use of glass, both in mosaics and larger glass pieces, and the use of glass and stone together, whether it's in a decorative piece or, in a what we call a field tile or, wall or floor tile or what have you.
Mm-hmm. And I understand when glass tile first came out, it was pretty pricey, but those prices have come down quite a bit, haven't they?
That is correct. I mean, there is still a lot of it out there that's pretty pricey. It just depends on what you're getting. But it's a lot like the wood. There wasn't that much glass 10, 12 years ago. Now, practically every vendor that we represent has some sort of glass in their line. So anytime that happens, the availability is more, so the price does come down. So yeah, there are some very, very affordable glass products in the marketplace.
Are there any restrictions with glass as far as it being more fragile than other tiles or anything like that?
On a wall tile, there really aren't. You need to make sure that you got proper expansion joints, which is really more of an installation issue. There are some glass tiles that can be used on floors. Of course, you have to worry about skid resistance and things of that nature. And that's one of the services that we provide is we're not going to let you choose something for a floor that's not supposed to be used there. We like to say that a properly selected and installed tile installation will last the life of your home or business, and we see it as our job to make sure that at least in that selection process that we help you choose the right product.
What about the size of the tiles? I've been seeing a lot of really large size tiles these days.
That's right. The sizing has grown a lot. I mean, back when I first started doing this, about as big a floor tile as we sold on a regular basis was an 8x8. We're now selling 24 by 24s, and a lot of rectangles. A lot of those wood looks are 6 by 24, 6 by 36, 8 by 48s, and even larger. Our market has not quite grabbed a hold of the really big stuff like a lot of the more progressive tile markets, Miami and those types of markets, but it is coming. So we have all of those products.
Good deal. Well, tell everybody how they can get in touch with Melser Tile.
You can call us here at our Dorchester Road office at 744-5345, or you can visit us on the internet at melsertile.com.
All right, terrific. Well, we have been talking with Jay Roughton, president of Melser Tile, celebrating their 45th year in business here at 4965 Dorchester Road in North Charleston. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Tim.
If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Melser Tile, located at 4965 Dorchester Road in North Charleston. And now we're talking with Trudy Mercy Brown with Blue Copper Interiors. How you doing, Trudy?
Hi, how are you, Tim?
Just fine, thanks. Trudy, take a moment and tell everybody about Blue Copper Interiors.
Well, Blue Copper Interiors is, it was inspired by my desire to want to help people create a home that they love to live in, a place that they're happy to come home to every night.
Blue Copper Interiors, that's the name of your company, but you are an interior designer, right, Trudy?
That's correct. I'm an interior designer. I have a master's degree in interior design, and I've been doing this 20 plus years. I've done everything from new construction and remodeling to kitchen and bath to home furnishings, window treatments, flooring, whether somebody just wants help picking out a paint color or whether they want to start from scratch and redo. I can help with any of that.
Yeah, everybody knows what a builder is. Everybody knows what an architect does. They draw the house plans. Not everybody knows what an interior designer can do.
That's right. So whether you're picking out tile for a bathroom, plumbing fixtures, kitchen cabinets, countertops, lighting, flooring. When you're building or remodeling, there's so many decisions to make, so many choices to make. And what I see as my job is to help somebody pick out what works for their lifestyle and their budget and create the home that they're going to be comfortable in.
Well, you know, one thing is a fact, and you know, if you pick up any of the shelter magazines that you see at Barnes and Noble or in the grocery stores, those homes that you see featured in those magazines, 100% of those homes have had an interior designer help with the project. They're responsible for the look and that you're seeing in those beautiful photographs. People think, well, I can't afford an interior designer. That's some, you know, McMansion. I can't afford an interior designer for my house. Is that a myth or is that fact?
Well, no, I think it's a misconception. A lot of designers focus on high end, and there's certainly a place for that. That's not necessarily everybody's position to be in. So there are a lot of things you can do to save money when you're designing a house, whether you're repurposing furniture or whether you like a certain look of a tile, but that particular material is outside of your budget. There are other materials that may simulate that or give the same effect. And just being in the industry and knowing what all the options are and what the sources are can help somebody actually save money in the long run to get the house and the home that they want.
Yeah, and I think that that people have gotten the idea by watching lots of HGTV that, you know, at the end of the show, the homeowners are always happy. They got the beautiful home that they wanted and everything. So it's almost gives the impression that the outcome is a foregone conclusion. That if you were going to build a house, if you're going to spend the money to build a house, or you're gonna spend the money to remodel your house, oh yeah, it will turn out the way I want it, and that's not always the case.
That's not always the case. In fact, I've seen a lot of people come in and get help after the fact because it didn't turn out like they anticipated. Some people can visualize things very easily, and some people just don't see things the way they're going to be in the end and need a little guidance or a little helping hand along the way.
Yeah, and this is the way I kind of, and I think you just nailed it, a helping hand, because like I can remember my aunt and uncle remodeled their kitchen a few years ago, and they saw an island online, and they bought it, and they got it, and it turned out to be too big for their space. If they had Trudy Mercy Brown, they could have said, I'm thinking about buying this island. Here are the dimensions. Is that going to work in my kitchen? And that would have saved them several $1,000s by buying that island that didn't fit. But they said, we bought it. We're not going to ship it back. We're going to just live with it. And it made the space look so small.
Well, and it's easy to make mistakes like that. What we do is we lay everything out to scale on the computer, create a floor plan, make sure you have the right clearances and that everything's going to fit in the room the way you expect it to.
Mm-hmm. So that's an example of how an interior designer can help a homeowner save money, because they think, oh, I'm buying something online, I'm getting a great deal, but in fact it turns out to not fit, and if they had the help of an interior designer, you could have told them that up front and saved them that money.
Exactly. And then, even something as simple as picking out a paint color. I've had people who've hired the painters, they picked out the paint color, they got the whole room painted before they realized it was not at all what they expected or wanted. So there are little tricks of the trade and things that, we can help with to make it come together in the way they want it to, in a way that's going to be comfortable for how they live. And every family's different. Some families have children, some families entertain, some families are empty nesters. Every project is totally different and has a different set of needs. And that's what I see as important in my job, is finding out exactly what they do need and asking all the questions up ahead of time up in front, rather than having mistakes be made along the way.
Right. How do interior designers in general, or how do you specifically charge for your services?
Well, I actually have a variety of ways I can work depending on what the project needs are. I can do a consultation by the hour, or I can put together a package, or I can price it by the job, a flat rate by the job. So it just depends. Each project's a little bit different. It depends on what works best for that homeowner and the extent of the project.
So if a homeowner just maybe wanted a little bit of hand holding, say picking out the paint colors, that might be an hourly charge. But if a homeowner was to get you involved for the entire house, you're going to give them a package price, which would be and the hourly rate would be less.
Exactly, because it's my job to determine how much time it's going to take me to do it. And then, if it goes a little over or a little under, they know exactly how much it's going to cost them. There's no question. They have a set price, and there's no, dangling question mark at the end of how much is this going to be in the end of the project.
Right. And once again, can you think of any specific examples where you've helped save a homeowner money? They say that they're building or remodeling a house, and you're looking at their house plans, and you say, oh, this isn't going to work, or something like that.
Well, I can't think of a specific example right off the top of my head, putting me on the spot here, Tim. But quite frequently they'll have a picture of something that they want in a magazine, and they go to the local supplier to purchase that, and it's over their budget. And I have other sources or ways of creating a similar solution at a fraction of the price.
That's good. Do interior designers have signature styles, or are you going to be pushing what you like on a homeowner, or how does that work?
I'm what I would refer to myself as a seasoned designer, meaning I've been doing this for a long time. And a lot of people do ask me that very frequently, what is my signature style? And I don't have a signature style because it's not about me. It's about my client. Each client's home is different. Each client's lifestyle is different. And I want to design it to what suits their personality, and it's going to reflect them. It's their home, and it's got to be what they want to come home to every night.
So very quickly, a homeowner says, I want a beachy coastal style. That's something that Trudy Mercy Brown would be able to help them with?
Absolutely. Or whether they want something traditional, like you'd see more in an established neighborhood, or if they're out near the water. It's a wide range, and every job is totally different, which is what is so much fun for me as a designer, because I would get bored doing the same thing over and over again. Each design I create is specifically for that homeowner.
Talk about the, you were telling me before we started our interview about a moving special that Blue Copper Interiors has.
Yes. Most people, or a lot of people, frequently move during the summertime when kids are out of school. And I personally have had a little gypsy in me, I believe. I've moved many times. And I know from personal experience, if you don't get that home set up correctly in the beginning, chances are it's going to be a long time before you go back and correct it, because everybody just wants to get settled in and then continue on with their life. So I'm offering a move-in special. Reduced rate for the first hour. The second hour consultation is free, and just help them get settled into that house, whether the furniture they had in their past living room won't fit in this one the same way, or whether they need to figure out how to organize their kitchen or their closets. A piece of furniture they may have used in one room may fit perfectly in a different room, but sometimes it's just hard to see that when you're so emotionally attached to something and used to seeing it a certain way.
Gotcha.
So I just know moving is a challenge, and this is the time of year that a lot of people do move, so I thought that would be a great thing to offer to the community.
Good deal. Well, how can folks get in touch with Blue Copper Interiors and Trudy Mercy Brown?
Phone number is 843-224-9822, or email at the email address is trudy@bluecopperinteriors.com. You can also visit the website bluecopperinteriors.com for more information.
All right, terrific. Well, we have been talking with Trudy Mercy Brown with Blue Copper Interiors. Thanks so much, Trudy.
Thank you, Tim.
If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Melser Tile, one of the sponsors of the Custom Home and Remodel Show coming up August 16th through the 18th. Melser Tile is located at 4965 Dorchester Road in North Charleston, and now we're talking with Ross Settle with Coastal Turf. How you doing, Ross?
I'm doing great, Tim.
Good, good. Ross, tell everybody about Coastal Turf.
Well, Coastal Turf is a lawn care and tree and shrub care business. We don't mow grass, but we take care of lawns, fertilizing, treating for weeds, treating for insects. Also take care of shrubs and trees the same way, fertilizing, treating for things like Japanese beetles and aphids and white flies, things like that.
Gotcha. So, Coastal Turf, you folks are experts at the chemistry that's involved with a person's lawn and their landscaping.
Yeah, each lawn's different. There's four grass types that, at least four grass types that grow in the area. So they require different products to be used to control weeds. There's many different varieties of weeds. So different products would be used to control those weeds without harming the existing lawn. And the same thing with different types of insect issues and disease problems as well.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I have to admit, over the years, I have tried to do this kind of thing myself, and I bought different types of fertilizers, and I'd have to sit there and try to calculate the square footage of the lawn, and that was always a little bit of a challenge, and then I would just forget that you're supposed to do it this time of year, and you've heard those stories about people killing the lawn by putting down the wrong fertilizer
Yes.
at the wrong time of year or something like that. It's a heck of a lot easier to hire someone like Coastal Turf and have you folks take care of that kind of thing.
Yes, it takes the guesswork out of it. This is my 19th year in the industry and my 8th year as the owner of Coastal Turf, and there's a lot of challenges out there with different issues that come along with lawns, and you have a professional that all you have to do is make a phone call or send an email or let us know that something's going on with the yard, and we can come out and attack that issue.
Mm-hmm. Now, Ross, I know that that Coastal Turf works with lots and lots and lots of homeowners, but I happen to be one of them. That Coastal Turf, we hired you back in the spring, and we had a fairly new lawn. It was only about 4 years old, but over those 4 years, had a lot of weeds that came in, and we decided to reach out to Coastal Turf. And can you kind of talk about do you recall any of the issues that we were experiencing at that time?
Yes, you have an adjacent property that's not maintained,
Mm-hmm.
and that creates weed pressures for you. You had probably 8 or 10 varieties of different weeds in the yard when we began the service. I was out there earlier today, and one variety is still there, dollar weed, which was treated today. But some weeds are a little more difficult to control, but it looks like there's really only 2 different kinds of weeds out there now, and one of them was not there in the beginning of the year. And that's the thing about weeds, is that they have cycles,
Mm-hmm.
and some weeds grow in the wintertime, in the spring, and don't grow in the summer. And so you have different varieties that show up. And that's why having a repetitious service is helpful, because different things come up during different times of the year, and having someone that's there on a regular basis to take care of it, like Coastal Turf would benefit most.
Yeah, and I have to say we did not expect immediate gratification, but that's almost what we got, because after the first few weeks that Coastal Turf was doing the treatments, we started to see some of the weeds, the non-grass, they started to die, and then a few weeks later we started to notice how green our lawn was looking and how good it looked, and it hadn't looked that good since when we had the sod installed 4 years ago to begin with. And is that normal that you can kind of turn around someone's lawn in just a few months?
Most of the time, but that's where having us come out initially and do a free lawn analysis for you, to look at the lawn and to assess it and help set the expectations for the homeowner or the business owner, to set the expectations properly, so that in your case it was able to transition to a nice lawn quickly, because there was plenty of grass there. It was just starting to get overrun with weeds. In some cases you may take a slight step backward in order to achieve the ultimate goal of having a really nice lawn. But that's where having us come out and doing a free lawn analysis for you would help.
Yeah, and it's not just the lawn. We had bought some palm tree fertilizer a few years ago, and my wife always gets reminded by her dad, this is the time of year when you need to put some palm tree fertilizer down. And lo and behold, you beat us to the punch, and you had already put out palm tree fertilizer, and so that was one less thing that she had to even deal with.
Right, and that's you take the guesswork out of it when you hire Coastal Turf, because we can do many things. We can do lawn care, bed weed control to control weeds in the flower beds, fertilize palm trees, fertilize all of your shrubs and trees, and treat them for various issues and fungus problems and insect problems as well.
Right, and what are some of the issues that homeowners are facing this time of year?
Well, in the lawn, of course, weeds are always an issue. Different times of year, there's different weed problems. We've just entered the time of year where we're starting to see on St. Augustine lawns chinch bugs. They can wreak havoc pretty quickly in a lawn. Also, gray leaf spot.
What do those look like? The chinch bugs?
Chinch bugs are very small bugs. You normally don't see them. They're down in the crown of the plant, down near the ground. They're very small. They're a dark-colored insect, and they're very quick. It's hard to see. You really look for the symptoms, which would be grass starting to turn yellow initially. Chinch bugs like hot, dry locations, so you'll see them mostly out in full sun areas, and you can look for them around sidewalks and the driveway where the water kind of gets wicked out of the soil, and creating a little drier environment that they like.
And without giving away trade secrets, like what does Coastal Turf do to get rid of chinch bugs?
Well, that's just part of the service. It's part of the treatment. We know when we would expect to see those kind of issues, so we're proactive about it. We go ahead and treat for them, as well as other types of insect and disease problems.
Gotcha. What other issues are homeowners dealing with these days?
St. Augustine lawns are also starting to get gray leaf spot. It's a small lesion on the leaf of the grass plant, and it almost looks like the grass is melting out. That's an issue that can also cause someone to have to redo part of their lawn. So watering, the timing of your watering, of course we're having a lot of showers this time of year, but normally you don't want to water in the afternoons or in the evenings. You'd rather water in the morning so that the lawn has a chance to dry out over the course of the day, so that you don't leave the grass wet all night. But also Coastal Turf can treat for these issues to minimize the damage that you might get.
What will, when a homeowner calls you to get a free lawn analysis, what's involved with that?
They can either call us. They can look us up on the internet. Our website is www.goturfing.com, or our phone number is 843-875-5000. And basically, we come out and do a free estimate. We can meet with the homeowner if they're busy and don't have time to be there. We can do the estimate and hang it on the door. They can call us and we can discuss it. We like to meet with them if we can. We like to meet our potential customers so we can set expectations and get a good relationship started.
Do your homeowners, your customers, did they say it's an expensive service with Coastal Turf?
On average, I would say that it's probably about the same price as doing it yourself, except that we're probably able to use a few more products. Easier for us to do many different things while treating the lawn, whereas a homeowner may have to buy 4 or 5 separate products and apply them. And the biggest thing is the troubleshooting, where someone may not be able to identify gray leaf spot or brown patch or chinch bugs in the lawn, whereas we go and we know immediately what we're seeing, and we're equipped to treat for it on the spot.
Gotcha. Well, give that contact information one more time for Coastal Turf.
We can be reached on our website, which is www.goturfing.com. Our phone number is 843-875-5000.
All right, terrific. Well, we have been talking with Ross Settle with Coastal Turf. Thanks so much, Ross.
Thank you, Tim.
If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Melser Tile. And Melser Tile is one of the sponsors of the Custom Home and Remodel Show coming up August 16th through the 18th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. And now we're talking with Steve Smith with William Smith Fireplace and Home Accents. How you doing, Steve?
Great, Tim. Thanks.
Good. Steve, tell everybody about William Smith Fireplace and Home Accents.
Well, we're a locally owned business up here on Dorchester Road behind Meltzer Tile. We handle gas logs, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, marble and granite surrounds, as well as the mantles, and a little bit of all the appliances and services of all those.
Gotcha. So in the wintertime when the weather's cold, your William Smith Fireplaces is getting lots of calls about gas logs or having fireplaces, a new fireplace installed. But that's not the case when the weather gets warm usually, right?
That's right. What we run into nowadays is more people going for the outdoor living experience. And so a lot of that is this time of year we're preparing them for the winter with fire pits, outdoor structures like that, and fireplaces, as well as we do from start to finish the whole outdoor kitchen. Whether you're having it built and we're supplying the appliances and doing the installation of that, or whether you want us to do like I said, from start to finish. We'll build the structure, we'll do all the finishes on it, and we'll do all the appliances and installation as well as the service.
Right, because and just to kind of clarify for our listeners, at William Smith Fireplace, you folks regularly install gas logs, and that means running gas lines, whether it be propane or natural gas to people's houses. So you've got experts at William Smith Fireplace to handle that kind of thing. But William Smith Fireplaces, you folks are kind of experts with everything propane or natural gas related.
That's right. I mean, if you can hook gas to it, we service it, we work on it, we repair it, replace it, install it, as well as sell it. And one of our pluses is, you're right, we've been doing this for close to 40 years in the Charleston area. So I mean, the experience that we have and the work relation that we have with the propane companies and SCE&G and that kind of thing has really turned out to be a good feather in our cap when we get them involved, and as far as us running the gas lines and then having them do their part of it, it's really been a good mix.
So besides buying your fireplace or gas logs from William Smith Fireplaces, you folks sell gas lanterns?
We offer gas lanterns, a full array of anything from electric to your gas and charcoal grills. We offer a lot of the accessories and repairs for a lot of those grills also, as well as the lanterns.
Gotcha. And that's something I'm not sure everybody is aware of, is that there are other options. If you want a high-end grill, you don't necessarily want to go to one of the big box stores to buy that. You want to go to an independent specialty place like William Smith Fireplaces.
I'd like to say so, but that doesn't always happen. But yeah, I mean, no question, you're going to get a better grade coming direct from a manufacturer than you are the big box stores of an appliance of certain things like grills and things like that. Yes, you're going to get a better quality directly from the manufacturers. But we'll service the other lines wherever they buy them. We'll service them. It's not a problem with us. We can put our hands on any of them and repair them.
With our salt air and humid climate, is there a type of material that people should be looking for when they're buying a grill?
Well, a lot of these manufacturers have gone to some cast aluminums, but they're putting special finishes on them and things that are going to stand up better in this area versus your stainless steel. It's not going to hold up as good as your stainless steel, but there are a lot of grades of stainless that you'll find on grills, and those are very important things to look at. The style of the burner, what it's made of, there's just the whole, from beginning to end, what that grill is designed to do, and the type of cooking and what fits that person and what kind of cooking they like to do. You can't always find in every grill. They've come out with new infrared style burners, which are great for searing steaks and cooking fish, things like that. We've got a lot of grills that are now very versatile, whether they're gas or charcoal, that you can steam on, you can fry on. You have a griddle, so you can do eggs and bacon and things like that, and that can be incorporated into a lot of the different grills that we have now.
Very nice. Now, and something else I'm not sure our listeners are totally aware of, they could call William Smith Fireplace and tell you folks that that they're interested in an outdoor kitchen, and they're interested in having different aspects, not just a grill, not just an outdoor kitchen, but they want everything pulled together, and that's something that William Smith Fireplace can help them with.
Sure. Yeah, we've actually got a couple of them going right now that are some of them are going to incorporate some restaurant equipment that's specifically designed by these restaurant manufacturers for the outdoors, as well as undergrill refrigerators, ice makers, sinks, doors and drawers, every kind of sealed cabinet to keep any kind of bugs or anything out. So you have a wide array of different options to incorporate, because everybody's different. Some people just want the grill and a single set of doors. Some people want, the whole thing and have the refrigerator where they don't even have to walk in the house. They can have all their prep center and everything, trash cans, the whole thing built into this outdoor kitchen, and we do a lot of that for people.
But in order to have a complete outdoor kitchen, there's more than just the appliances that they can get from William Smith Fireplace. There are, there could be pavers that are put down, or maybe some masonry work if there was maybe an outdoor fireplace that was installed. There might be electrical that's run and gas lines and things like that. I understand that some of the projects that you've got going on right now, you're kind of acting as the general contractor. You're pulling all of those different trades in together and handling the entire project for a homeowner.
That's correct. We'll have, gas, which we'll sell all the appliances. We're going to physically build the structure ourselves. I'm bringing in a stucco man to help us with that part of it. And then we've got a classic marble and granite here that's going to do the granite for it. But everything else will come from in-house for us.
Very good, very good. And that's, I think, worth noting, because for a homeowner who just wants it done, they wish they could snap their fingers and the whole project would be finished, but they don't necessarily want to deal with all of these different people, all these different companies, the different trades and so forth. They could call William Smith Fireplaces, and Steve Smith is going to be able to take the ball and run with it and finish it from A to Z.
That's right. We'll pull everybody together, bring in all the aspects that we need to do it, lay it out with them. Everything will be laid out and explained to the customer, because they have certain needs that they want, and then there are certain things that I don't want to say that they don't know they want, but they really need to have involved in this outdoor kitchen to make it a full-fledged, whatever they're looking for the end result to be.
Give me an example of what.
Well,
they
you
may
have
not-
customers that don't think about having electrical outlets, and we'll build their island and put a backsplash on there, and they don't put any outlets there. You'll need an electrical outlet for possible your rotisserie on the grill, or for some lighting purposes, plugging in a radio, just whatever you may need. A lot of things just like that. Ice makers and refrigerators, pump systems, things like that people just don't know that that's going to help to serve them better in the long run.
And I just want to mention William Smith Fireplaces. You folks are going to be part of the Outdoor Living Experience, which is a special exhibit at the Custom Home and Remodel Show coming up August 16th through the 18th. And we had a meeting recently down at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium, and I saw you spending a lot of time with another one of the vendors that will be part of the Outdoor Living Experience, and you two were kind of planning a display. He does water features, and you do fireplaces and grills and such. And what can you give us a hint as to what you guys are talking about?
We both like the idea of fire and water together, and we're trying to come up with a display that we're going to be able to exhibit both of those. He does a lot of stone and water feature work. We want to incorporate some fire into that, so hopefully that's going to happen, and people will get to see something that I can tell you I've never personally seen done at a show or in somebody's yard here and all. But it's gonna be something unique and something fun to do. It's always fun to do the different projects, that you don't get to do every day, and so that'll be a lot of fun if we can get that to come together.
Right. Yeah, and what we expect is homeowners will walk away with lots and lots of ideas when they visit the Outdoor Living Experience at the Custom Home and Remodel Show. And this is the time of year that they really need to start looking into these things. College football is so big down here, and about 60 days or so from now, college football will be kicking off. Instead of sitting inside, they could be outdoors in their brand new outdoor kitchen area.
That's exactly right. I mean, we'll work with any of them the outdoor living experience is becoming a very popular, aspect of every home nowadays, whether it's just a seating area outside, next to the pool or on a deck, things like that. Of course, the more options you can add to that with a fire pit, an outdoor fireplace. Charleston's a great place to spend some wintertime outside because it's not so bad that you can have the fire pit going, the kids out there, family, friends, and we have all kinds of different options for that as far as the different styles of burners, anything from a light switch to a matchstick to light it. I mean, you can do it all, and we can do it with glass and rock and all kinds of different aspects of brick, stone, whatever they're looking for. So we'd love to see people at the home show, and hopefully we get this fire and water presentation going, and everybody will like it.
Good deal. Well, tell everybody how they can get in touch with William Smith Fireplace and Home Accents.
Well, we're at 4955 Dorchester Road, directly behind Meltzer Tile. Our phone number is 843-766-0347, or our website at williamsmithfireplaces.com.
All right, terrific. We have been talking with Steve Smith with William Smith Fireplace and Home Accents. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Tim.
If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from the Charleston Design Cottage, located at 1070 Main Road on Johns Island. And now we're talking with Dean Kelly with Carpetbaggers. How you doing, Dean?
I'm doing well, Tim, and thanks for having me over here. This is the first time I've been here. This is a cool place.
Yeah. We're here at today's radio show is at Charleston Design Cottage, a small cottage on Johns Island where they specialize in bathroom and kitchen remodeling and new construction. And Dean, you're not too far away with Carpetbaggers Floor Covering. Why don't you tell everybody about Carpetbaggers Floor Covering?
Okay, we're a full-service floor covering company. We initially we started out just carpet, but we over the years we've actually been in business 20 years, and we handle laminate, we handle hardwood, we handle full line of ceramic tiles for the walls and for the floors. Hardwood flooring is a huge part of our business, as well as the LVT, which is luxury vinyl tile, and anything that can go on your floor, we've got it.
Okay, all right. So and how long has Carpetbaggers Floor Covering been in business?
Well, actually, we just celebrated our 20th year last August, so we're working on to the next 20 years.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You must have a lot of happy customers to be in business that long.
Well, we sure try. That's how you build your business. One happy customer at a time.
That's true. Now, when Carpetbaggers Floor Covering, when you folks first started, carpet was the big floor covering, and just over the years through listening to your customers, you've expanded.
Well, not just that. You make a great point. 20 years ago, carpet was responsible. If you think of it as a pie, carpet for residential use, we use residential use. It amassed about 70% of all floor covering. All right, and you didn't have that many choices other than that. You had a limited, basically you had sand and finished hardwood, and you had parquet flooring that was pre-finished, and that was about it. Fast forward to today, there's just, our store, we started out in a small little building, a little mini storage facility, and now our showroom is over 10,000 square feet, just the showroom part. So and it's full to things that you can put down in every color, every species of wood that you could possibly think of. To now there's the LVTs, there's a ceramic. It's just amazing how carpet has become. That pie has gone from 70% down to, probably about 35-40%, of what we sell. So it's there's so many other options, and that's the big reason why.
So carpet, as a share of sales for Carpetbaggers, has gone from about 70%, 7 out of 10 customers, down to about 3 out of 10 customers, and people are still putting carpeting in the bedrooms and maybe upstairs hallways.
Yeah, you're right, Tim, and it might be just a little above that 30%, but you're right. Now in an average home now, people are going to put hardwood in the areas like the den, and family rooms, things like that. They'll put tile in kitchen, bathrooms, and that basically just leaves the bedrooms for carpet. So our upper end custom builders, some of them put hardwood throughout the entire house. If they don't do that, they might do just the bedrooms, or maybe a frog, maybe a specialty movie room. That's a good place for carpet. And then you do factor in the commercial carpet that we do too. So we do a good bit amount of that as well. But it's reduced down just because, again, of the design we're coming out with now, and the options that are available.
Well, where do you see the trends going? If over the last 20 years people are using less and less carpeting, they're going more to hardwoods and tile. Is that correct?
They are. They're doing that. They're also this LVT again. Is, I know every time you and I get together a lot recently, that's what I've been preaching about. The LVT is luxury vinyl tile, and we can use that commercially as well as residentially. We put it in, again, things like a Piggly Wiggly stores. We put it in Fort Sumter tour boats. We put it in Oscar's restaurants. We put it in the Hominy Grill. Put in a lot of doctors' offices. That's huge in doctors' offices, healthcare, and then the styles are so unique and good looking that we're putting it in homes. We put LVT in homes on the Battery, or just on Broad Street. We put it homes, and they make it in so many different thickness of wear layers and styles and designs. But we also put it in apartments, like Windjammer apartments. We put a lot of it in the Windjammer apartments. We put it in a lot of folks who have rental property who used to only put carpet in. Here's where carpet shrinks a little bit. People own rental property just to, they wanted something that's durable and affordable. And if I owned a rental property, I'd be doing the same thing. But now we can get you some LVT, and we stock like 2-3 colors of it, and we buy it right, and we can basically put that product in pretty close to what you could put carpet in, and you don't have to replace it as often. Spills, things like that are not going to impact it like it does carpet. So it might be just a little bit more than carpet, but if you factor over how many times you have to replace that carpet, it's not even close. LVT is a terrific buy there. So you can get it in a all kind of different qualities from a economical end up to the real upper end that we would put in a grocery store or a restaurant or something like that.
And the LVT stands for luxury vinyl tile.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a product like used to like take the grocery stores. You see that gross industrial looking 12 by 12 tile that you would have to buff and wax, and what you walk on is actually the wax that's applied. That's very costly, when to maintain that. But LVT, luxury vinyl tile, has a finish already on it, and again, how you gauge it is by the mill wear layer thickness that you walk on. It's already applied at the factory. You can get it anywhere from, say, a 4 mil up to a 40 mil. What we sell more of is like a 6 mil for folks who are doing like the apartment rentals or the rental properties, to like the 20 mil and the 30 mil for the upper end commercial. Anything above that is just a little overkill, but you got such a wide variety of uses for LVT. That's why Shaw Industries, in fact, that's a huge carpet mill. Okay, this tells you a lot about, again, the state of carpet. They bought several mills that make LVT, as well as they bought some folks who make hardwood, like they bought the Anderson Company, and products that are non-carpet. They see the need to get into other categories. They're expecting, with our economy coming up, they're expecting a 4% increase in carpet over 2013 in carpet. The LVT, they're looking for growth of about 38 to 40%. So that tells you, again, where our products are going and what people are using.
Does the luxury vinyl tile, does that come in sheets, or how does it?
No, it actually comes a couple of different ways. You can get it in tiles, which you can get it in 12 by 12s. There's some. I think there's some. I believe there's some 8 by 8s out there. I know there's some 16 by 16s out there. Then you can get the. You also in planks, and the planks range anywhere from 3 inches wide up to like 7 inches wide. They even have them. We have it actually on our floors at our office. We just put it down a couple months ago. Random width LVT, which that's very popular in tile and in ceramic. In wood and in ceramic tile. But you can get it in like a 4, 6, 7 inch wide. It's a great look. People have open floor plans now, so the random width is a real popular way to go.
Yeah, and we had the luxury vinyl tile planks at the White Room Challenge just recently at the Charleston Home and Design Show this past January, and the 4 interior designers from Ethan Allen were very, very impressed with that.
Yeah, it's a design-friendly product, again, because you think about how homes used to be constructed. You used to walk in a foyer, you'd have a living room to the left, a dining room to the right. You probably wouldn't even use those rooms, but now people are opening up their homes. They're making the kitchen flow right into the family room, and the dining room as well. So you basically have one big, huge rectangle room. Well, what looks good in that? Well, something either wide or something random, and as opposed to small little strips that might look a little busy, now you've got random width and larger format tiles or planks that look outstanding, and that's why designers love it. Anyone building a home really likes a random width look or the wider look as well.
Well, tell everyone how they can get in touch with you at Carpetbaggers Floor Covering.
Sure, they can obviously come by our office at 3196 Marginal Road. We're open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. We meet you later after work, not a problem. Also on the weekends, we're open from 10 to 2, or you can contact us by phone at 571-0013, or you can visit on the web at carpet-baggers.com, carpet-baggers.com.
All right, terrific. Well, we have been talking with Dean Kelly with Carpetbaggers Floor Covering. Thanks so much, Dean.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
I'm talking about a home. Talking about me and you. The things we'll do. I said a home. I'm not talking about a one-night stand. I want to be your man. I said a home.
You've been listening to Talking About a home show on the radio. Talking About a Home is brought to you by the publishers of Charleston Home and Design magazine and the organizers of the Charleston Home and Design Show and the Custom Home and Remodel Show. To make contact with any of the companies featured today, visit newhomecharleston.com, Charleston's online home show, and home to over 200 local home-related companies motivated to work with you.